Picture a dusty antiquities shop in 1896 Cairo, where a German scholar unknowingly purchases the most dangerous manuscript in Christian history, a papyrus that would expose a 2,000-year conspiracy to silence the voice of Jesus' most trusted disciple. This isn't the Gospel of Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John. This is the Gospel of Mary Magdalene, a text so threatening to church authority that the Vatican spent centuries hunting down every copy, burning manuscripts, and rewriting history to erase the woman who may have been Christianity's first leader. Tonight, you're about to discover why the church is still terrified of what Mary really knew, and why they'll do anything to keep her gospel buried in the shadows of forbidden history. The Gospel of Mary doesn't just challenge church doctrine, it demolishes the entire foundation of male religious authority. In this forbidden text, Mary Magdalene isn't the repentant prostitute the church painted her as for centuries. She's Jesus' most trusted disciple, the one who received his deepest teachings about the nature of reality, the soul's journey through cosmic realms, and the path to divine knowledge that bypasses priests entirely. After Jesus' death, while the male apostles argue in despair, Mary steps forward with visions and revelations they can't comprehend. She speaks of ascending through 7 powers of wrath, of overcoming the cosmic forces that trap souls in ignorance, of a salvation that comes through gnosis, direct spiritual knowledge, not through rituals, confessions, or church hierarchy. The surviving fragments reveal conversations the Vatican never wanted you to hear. When Peter challenges Mary's authority, demanding to know why Jesus would share secrets with a woman that he didn't reveal to the male disciples, Mary responds with teachings that sound more like advanced mysticism than traditional Christianity. She describes the soul's journey through hostile cosmic powers, each trying to trap the ascending spirit with accusations and temptations. This isn't the gentle Jesus of Sunday school. This is a revolutionary teacher revealing the hidden mechanics of spiritual liberation, and he chose a woman as his primary student. But here's where the conspiracy deepens. The Gospel of Mary wasn't just accidentally lost to history, it was systematically destroyed by a church desperate to maintain male control. Early church fathers like Tertullian and Epiphanius wrote scathing attacks against texts that gave women spiritual authority, calling them heretical fabrications and tools of Satan designed to corrupt the faithful. They organized book burnings across the Roman Empire, issued death threats against anyone possessing such manuscripts, and launched a propaganda campaign to rewrite Mary Magdalene's story. The woman who was possibly Jesus' closest companion, his spiritual equal and successor, was transformed into a fallen woman saved by male grace, a deliberate character assassination that lasted for nearly 2,000 years. Archaeological evidence suggests the conspiracy ran deeper than anyone imagined. Coptic monasteries in Egypt, where many early Christian texts survived, show signs of systematic manuscript destruction in the 4th and 5th centuries, precisely when the Roman Church was consolidating power. Scholars have found charred fragments of texts mentioning Mary's teachings, hidden caches of manuscripts buried in desert caves, and coded references in surviving documents that hint at a vast library of suppressed Gospels. The Nag Hammadi discovery in 1945 revealed that Mary's Gospel wasn't alone. Dozens of texts featuring female spiritual leaders were buried together, as if someone was desperately trying to preserve the evidence of women's early Christian authority. The Vatican's modern response has been equally telling. When the Gospel of Mary was first published in the early 1900s, church officials dismissed it as a late Gnostic fantasy with no historical value. But internal Vatican documents, leaked by whistleblowers, reveal a different story. Secret committees of scholars were assembled to study the text. Theological conferences were held behind closed doors, and official statements were carefully crafted to minimize its impact. The church's public dismissal masked a private panic. If Mary Magdalene was Jesus' primary disciple, if women held leadership roles in the earliest Christian communities, then centuries of male-only priesthood and papal authority were built on a lie. The conspiracy extends into the present day. Publishers have reported mysterious pressure to avoid printing scholarly editions of Mary's Gospel. Academic conferences on early Christian women face sudden funding cuts. Researchers studying female leadership in early Christianity have found their careers mysteriously stalled, their grant applications rejected, their work marginalized by institutions with Vatican connections. The message is clear. Some truths are too dangerous to explore, even in the modern world. Recent discoveries have only intensified the cover-up. In 2012, a Harvard professor announced the discovery of a papyrus fragment referring to Jesus' wife, a finding that sent shockwaves through the Christian world before being hastily dismissed as a forgery. Carbon dating and ink analysis suggested the fragment was authentic, but the controversy was buried under an avalanche of skeptical scholarship and media ridicule. Whether the fragment was genuine or not, the reaction revealed how threatened the Church remains by any suggestion that Jesus had a female companion or that women held equal spiritual authority in early Christianity. The Gospel of Mary offers a radically different vision of Christianity, one where salvation comes through inner knowledge rather than institutional obedience, where women and men are spiritual equals, where the path to God bypasses priests and popes entirely. It's a vision that would have made the Church unnecessary, its hierarchy powerless, its control over believers broken. No wonder they tried to erase it from history. But the most chilling aspect of this conspiracy isn't what the Church destroyed, it's what they might still be hiding. Vatican's secret archives contain millions of documents spanning 2 millennia, many still classified and inaccessible to scholars. How many other Gospels are locked away in those vaults? How many other voices have been silenced? How many other truths about early Christianity remain buried beneath centuries of official lies? The Gospel of Mary Magdalene survived against impossible odds, preserved by believers who risked their lives to hide it from church authorities. Its message echoes across the centuries. Question authority, seek truth directly, and never let anyone tell you that your spiritual insights are less valid because of your gender, your background, or your refusal to bow to institutional power. Mary's Gospel isn't just ancient history, it's a blueprint for spiritual revolution that the Church still fears today. So what do you think? Was Mary Magdalene really Jesus' closest disciple, the keeper of his deepest secrets? Is the Church still hiding Gospels that would shatter everything we think we know about Christianity? Drop your wildest theories and burning questions in the comments. I want to hear what you think about this explosive chapter of forbidden history. If you're hungry for more secrets they tried to erase, smash that subscribe button and ring the bell, because next week we're diving into another Vatican conspiracy that will make you question everything you thought you knew about the origins of Christianity. Stay curious, stay skeptical, and never stop searching for the truth they tried to bury.